What is up? The face snapped, and people that are handicapped. It's your boy Quackster27, and in today's video, we're back with another Suggestion Sunday. Right before we get into the video, I want to make sure that everybody knows about the Trickshot event that is going on. We have some pretty big prizes, so join the Discord in the description box down below, and PM me with any questions. Anyway, our first suggestion comes from somebody without a username, and they say allow weapon skins to be used in gun game / sharpshooter. Everyone has been asking for this since the release of these game modes into pubs, and it has not been added yet. I think it would be pretty easy to do. They could just change the way that the classes work, and you just have a set loadout for each class, but that's just an idea, and a lot of community would enjoy it. Our second suggestion comes from AK, and he says buff FAMAS, leg damage is way too low. Just straight up don't shoot him in the leg, bro. Shoot him in the head. It actually one-taps most classes except for the LMG, which you have to two-tap in the head, but just don't shoot him in the leg, bro. Next up is J_Sack, and his suggestion is to add ziplines and extend pub maps to 2 stories high. This would probably ruin the flow of Krunker, as it is a slide hopping game and that is its main mechanic, and I think adding ziplines would definitely mess with that mechanic. The issue with the double story part as well is the fact that there's not usually actually a full pub match, as there's multiple lobbies that are just 3 or 4 people, and basically having 2 maps. It would have to be a very small 2-story map, in my opinion, if they made a 2-story map. Coming back to some better suggestions, we have this one from Spice. Increase KR in the shop, ain't no way 60k is 100 buckaroos. Best suggestion yet in this video, just because they have not actually changed the price of KR since Krunker released the KR shop, and inflation has really changed the way the market is, and you can buy less with KR than you could before. Our next suggestion comes from 10win Gaming, and he says make 1080p 60fps gameplay recorder without lags while recording and autosave to device after the match finished. While this sounds nice and all in theory, I don't think it will ever happen. That's a decently high recording, and he's asking for it without lag, which is just not going to be possible unless it's like server end. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I am aware that recording will lag your computer. If they find a way to do this, they should definitely at least implement it for verified people or content creators, as this would be making background footage a lot easier to make, but I just don't see it ever happening in the future. Following that suggestion, we have 200_nukes, and his suggestion is adding a KR package kill card stat. I believe they changed trap packages since he sent this, not 100% sure, as I don't play enough Krunker to get as many packages as I would need to find this out, but I still don't think it's a good idea. In my opinion, they don't need to have as many different stats on the thing. It just gets a bit cluttered, and there's a bunch of stats that nobody cares about, such as leg shots. We only really care about headshots, kills, KDR, and stuff like that, not like how many KR packages you've gotten kills off of. It's Kevin 183's suggestion is remove ads on the official client. Seriously, who thought it was a good idea? SMH. Now to this I say they should not have had that issue with the ad that covered up part of the screen and you couldn't get rid of it, just like they had a I had a Lowe's ad like a few months ago that was a video and would play during the actual game, but the plain old ads that don't really affect performance, those should be still stay there, as Krunker does have to make money somehow, and I do acknowledge that they do have to make money, but at the same time they should not be having all these ad problems. Next up is SMYRKN, and his suggestion is delete accounts that have been inactive for more than 2 years, or if that's too little, make it 3. You did it for classes, so ... While you might get the username that you actually have wanted, it would actually loosen up a bunch of accounts that are old and rare, and a bunch of people would try and sell those on the black market, and the black market would just be popping off because of this. I believe it already did because of the tags, and people were paying for tags. I've seen a few people do that. However, I think names would do it a lot more. Devil Astronaut's suggestion is host Iron Rank, Torties, Gold, Diamond, etc. This is all fun in games until you get a bunch of smurfs that don't actually belong in Iron or these other ranks, and it just ruins the entire experience for those players and the integrity of the event. Next up is Capcom, and his suggestion is Airdrop that gives perks like boosted and rapid fire. This is not a great idea, as it would give an unfair advantage to the player that gets it, and in pubs it should not really be based around that. It should be just based around skill and how you hit your shots. I hope you guys enjoyed those suggestions. As a reminder, make sure to join my Trickshot event. It's in my Discord, it's in the description box down below. As always, the more people that enter this event, the bigger the prizes will get, so make sure you guys join up and tell your friends to join as well.
I've been playing some Krunker, grinding so hard my hand hurts. My opponents might need a doctor, cause I'm too good with the sniper.